Happening right now, water week. Syrup as usual, Asian photo booth. Not really a worry that I have right now because I love the way it turns. Today, however, I'm supposed to meet, my cup is just so full. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. It is now the start of the water week happening, so it's a great opportunity for us to catch any water type Pokemon that we still need until the Suicune event comes. So personally for me, that still means a berry finding Totodile and a mono milk Squirtle, because I have not found any luck in that in the prior weeks at Cyan Beach. And then Lapis Lakeside, I didn't have really much Squirtles show up. And looking back now, maybe I should have just stayed on Cyan the entire time instead of going to Lapis Lakeside, but I mean, I was kind of getting a little burnt out from the beach. Ooh, an Espeon. That's the second one this week. And I don't think there's anything I want to catch here. It's also a very gloomy day today. It's raining, so it's a little dark outside. But whenever it's dark out, the lighting in the room makes it look a lot better. Like my sunset lamp, the pink is popping. Oh, do you see the bunny ears in the back? But I don't think I'm going to throw any biscuits at these Pokemon that showed up. So we're probably just going to move right along. Oh, we did get a new sleep style for Espeon though, so that is nice. I'm slowly but surely making my way into filling the entire sleep decks. I also ranked up, so I'm rank 56 now. That happened yesterday, I believe. But in terms of catches, not anything good. So, yeah, kind of sucks. I found a triple corn Stuffle though. And between here and there, I also caught some routes, but not good. They're not anything worth investing in. So let's leave it as Espeon because you guys could use the Eevee candy to raise your Vaporeon for any of those that want to raise a Vaporeon for the Suicune event. And I keep forgetting that max pot increase is not tied to research rank, it's tied to the sleep dex goals. So happening right now, water week. Great time for us to befriend a lot of water type Pokemon, and you'll also be able to use a limited time mini candy boost function, which is a great time to raise your water type Pokemon. Perfect. So I've been holding off on leveling up any Pokemon that I need just because during these events it's also a great time to level up any Pokemon that aren't water type if you already have like a strong water type team that doesn't need any more leveling up. You might have lower level Pokemon of other types that need leveling up. So the area bonus raised by 5. We're slowly making our way to increasing the area bonus. So Lapis Lakeside is slowly becoming easier. But let's see what we got. So a little lower this week, but S grade for all of our sleeping, which is good. And we are going to make our way to Cyan Beach actually. So I looked at the Pokemon that show up between Greengrass and Cyan. Sorry, did I say I was going to Cyan Beach? I meant Greengrass. But there's a bit more spawns at Cyan Beach that I don't need. So I'd rather compete with a larger pool. But then again, there's more Pokemon that show up at Greengrass Isle in general. So I don't know if I'm screwing myself over by this, but with the increased odds, I'd rather not increase odds of Pokemon that I don't really need right now. So, will this be a mistake? I don't know. Like, I didn't do much research before deciding on what's the best place for me to go to, simply because I had a very busy end of the week, as some of you guys may know. So I couldn't keep up on some of the Pokemon sleep related content that I wanted to watch. But we have drinks and desserts, which is good because I enjoy a drinks and dessert week. And because of the Nightcap Pikachu, I form like passively quite a bit of cacao. And apples. Specifically apples more so, I mean. Okay, so I totally forgot what the favorite berry typing is for this week. So I'll take a check later. At Greengrass, it's always random compared to the other islands. So it's Pecha, Lum, and Citrus. A Lumberry, woo. And we're gonna pick everything up, trigger any skills that need to be triggered before we decide to swap out our Pokemon. So that is looking good. Let's see what sort of desserts we can make. Oh, amazing. Perfect. Just what I like to see. So we're going to switch out our team first. Let's see if we have a good dessert Pokemon. Looks like this will be the team. I'm gonna bring them out. And for water type week, don't be mistaken because you actually don't need to use a water type team. It's just a week for you to gather water type Pokemon. But water type helpers will come in handy for the Suicune event. So I can make the Jigglypuff Fruity Flan, and now with the levels increased. Oh, it's not even at level 55. For some reason I thought it was. Okay, so my Lovely Kiss Smoothie is at level 55, that's why. And yeah, can't increase that. Can't make the flower gift, can't make tea time scones, especially because I don't have a pot expander, but we have 2 more spaces. Let's add some mushrooms for fun, for that umami element to it. No critical, and you know what? I didn't even get a critical last week, not even on Sunday, which is pretty crazy. Oh, I also missed lunchtime. On Friday I missed lunch, so that kind of sucks too, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see how far we jump. That can't be. It's gonna do it again, right? I hate that it does that. Are they ever gonna fix that? Okay, so we are at Grade 3 on this lovely Monday. Let's pick up our sleep points and then we will pick up our freebie gift. The daily lotto, let's see what we get. Diamonds! Nice. I was also running out of space in my Pokebox, so I wasn't ready to let go of some Pokemon, so I decided to just use diamonds to increase the amount that I could hold. So these are the limited time missions for Water Week. Oh. That's the... what's it? Mudkip? No, Wooper. That's the Wooper candies. And for the weekly event, let me pick up my Dream Shards. Oh, and Good Sleep Day event is going to come up too. Oh, it's today, but the full moon is tomorrow. Huh. Didn't know that. I'm much more aware of when the full moon cycle is happening now because of the game, which is kind of nice. Alright, so let's see if there's anything worth sharing with you guys. So, actually I'll start from here. So this is the Stuffle that we saw last time. Or did I show you guys? I don't remember now. But it is triple corn, but these are the stats. So, actually not bad. Let's see, it is an ingredient finding Pokemon. So ideally I would want ingredient finding up and an ingredient main skill up. And then this Eevee, actually yeah, I think we saw this. Okay, so the Swablu. It is triple eggs, helping bonus, skill level up, inventory up L, inventory up M, inventory up S. So it has deep pockets, this Swablu. It's going to carry all of its goodies in its feathers, but I don't think this is what we need right now, but I am holding on to it just in case. And then this Ralts, double corn Ralts, energy recovery, skill trigger, and ingredient finding. inventory up S, and this is the nature. It's a serious nature. So not bad. Skill trigger S and M, but M is at 50, which is quite a bit of an investment to get it to 50 to begin with. So I don't know if I'm going to invest in this. I feel like I could find better. And then I found another Swablu, but it's speed of help down, which ideally you do not want on a berry finding Pokemon. So I think I'm going to discard this. Sure, there's helping bonus and speed, helping speed S, but would rather not take the hit. And this routes, oh, we saw this one. And then I caught a Curlia. It was a critical capture. It was also hungry. So that was like the only reason why I threw a bonus biscuit at it. It was a nap time session. So it is a apple corn apple, inventory up S, skill trigger M, helping speed M, inventory up L, ingredient finder S, and a neutral nature. So we're just gonna keep that there as well. But it's pretty much the catches, not anything really interesting. But let's go on to the research community tab. Oh, triggered her skill already, which is nice. Let's go to the community tab. Right after we pick up our reward, what do we get a award for? Number of rock type Pokemon studied at 300, and the total amount of sleep you've logged while paired with PokeGo plus 200 hours. Ooh, so I got Handy Candy, a medium-sized one, and 30 diamonds. So getting a good amount of diamonds to make up for the amount that I had to use to increase my bags. Alright, now onto the research community. But as usual, here is today's matcha. The condensation. I hate touching like condensation on the glass, because then your hands get wet and it's like you gotta wipe it down. But oh, let me mix it with you guys actually. Blueberry syrup, as usual. I prefer it a lot more than the strawberry. And I feel like strawberry jam, it's sweet, and because you're buying it at the store, well, at least I did, there's more of that artificial strawberry flavor, I feel. I don't know. But because I made my blueberry jam at home from scratch, which just consists of 3 ingredients, equal parts blueberry, fresh or frozen, water, and sugar. And then you let that simmer on a pot for 7 to 10 minutes if you like it a little bit more liquidy, or 15 to 20 minutes for a more thicker consistency. But I feel like if you're going to make this, have clear expectations. It's not going to be so strong in a blueberry flavor like you do with artificial sweeteners that have that flavoring to it. But the blueberry is just very subtle. It adds for sweetness and it plays so well with the matcha. So cheers. And that is just so good. Truly one of the highlights of my mornings. So I feel like this week just went by in a flash. I can barely remember what happened Friday. So I think, no, Friday I had the day to relax and recharge. Thursday was when I had dinner with my friends. So that was really nice, as I mentioned with you guys before. And then Friday, relaxed, did some chores, and just like kind of recharged my social battery. Saturday morning, I picked up my little sister from my mom's place, and we had such a fun sister date. So we walked around, we picked up some blind boxes because she's interested in those as well, and I get to live vicariously through her opening them. And she's so lucky. So her first pull, she didn't get what she wanted. And then her second pull, she got exactly the number one item that she really wanted. And I was just so happy for her. But it was so cute because there was this mom and her little toddler baby. And as I was arranging the toys to show my boyfriend, oh, Decidueye 13, congrats on the shiny Igglybuff. Cute bubblegum pink color. But yeah, as I was arranging the toys, she came up to our table because the tables are pretty low. So it was like perfect height for her to get her elbows on the table and rearrange them, but she was rearranging them for me so that I could take a better video. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And it was just so cute. And she was just like minding her own business. And then her mom was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Cypher, congrats on the shiny Pikachu. It's been a while since I've seen shinies, so great to see that you guys are finding shinies. But her mom was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, don't worry about it. But it was so cute. You just like, I wish I saved the video. She wasn't in it. Well, her face wasn't in it. You just see her tiny little hand reach in and start like moving things around to make it pretty. And I just thought that was so damn adorable. So yeah, we opened some blind boxes. And in that blind box place, they also had these Asian photo booths. The ones where you can like choose a cute frame and everything. So we did that as well, and it was so much fun. So I have this little wall where I put photos that my boyfriend and I have taken at weddings or photo booth places, and it's now dedicated as a wall for pictures in general. So glad to add that to the picture collection. And then afterwards, we came home back here to my condo to just recover and relax a little bit. We had pho at the Chinatown here, which was very good as well. And we did some skincare browsing. So she needed a new cleanser, but she really wanted a new shampoo. So I got her a new shampoo. Cleanser, I have backups at home, especially because my facialist, she recently got pregnant and I believe she gave birth now. So she had to stop her practice for a while. So she gave me a lot of goodies. So I had a cleanser and I gave that one to my little sister because I feel like she would enjoy it more than me. Since, holy cow, look at Fabian's team, all the Dedenays. Damn, but you got quite a lot. I only have 2. Because Dedenays require like what, 16 bars to catch? But we came home, rested and recovered for a little bit, and my sister was watching some Gilmore Girls. So I kind of got a little spoiled, but it's alright. And then we were waiting around until our next appointment because we had an activity for 6:30 where we did ring making. And if you guys are watching for quite some time, you'll know that last year I did ring making in Japan. So the process is so different. The ring making in Japan, they already had bands and you kind of just like hammer on the designs, and that was like pretty much it. You shape it down to the size you want, hammer it down to make the pretty designs. But the ring making experience at this workshop, highly recommend. I feel like you should Google in your area silver clay ring making. So the process is you get a little ball of clay that turns into silver when they put it in the kiln and fire it. But you roll it out to make the band, you shape it into the circular shape, and then once you're done with that, they do the first fire in the kiln. And then they take it out and they tell you to be very careful because at this stage it's very fragile. So if you drop it or you squeeze too hard like this, it could break. But the purpose of giving it back to us was so that we could sand down any imperfections or make some rough edges more round. And that was so fun. But before that, so we roll it out, we make it into a ring shape, and then we add in the jewels. So depending on the jewels you want, they increase the price afterwards for the ring that you make. They fire that in the oven. The first fire, you get it back, you sand it down, you take a look. Is there any clay on the jewels that's covering the view? No. So you give it back to them and they do a final fire, which takes like about 10 minutes. And then they give it back to you and it is hard as can be. So there's no room for breakage. So you get it back and there's like this brush, kind of like the barbecue brushes that people use to scrape their barbecue grill, which by the way, I heard supposedly you're not supposed to use that because there was an instance where one of the bristles got released onto the grill and then that piece of bristle got onto someone's food and then that person ate it and it kind of like fishbone stuck in their throat, and it was a huge ordeal. So yeah, I heard you're not supposed to do that. Not really a worry that I have right now because I don't own a barbecue grill, but I thought if any of you guys do, I would pass on that knowledge. So yeah, we brush it down, and then you get to see it turn into like a clay finish to a silver shiny finish. I'll show you guys up close later. But after that, there's like this little, I don't even know what it is. They didn't mention the name of this tool, but it looks like plastic, but it's not. And I don't think it's ivory, but it's a hard piece of something. And then you just like, whoa, you do like this, and then you slowly see it turn super, super shiny. But you also have the option before doing those 2 steps to sand it down even further. So I just sanded it down a bit to remove the bulk on the sides on top here. And because I have a ring on my right hand on the middle, I wanted to get a fun ring on my pointer hand. I think I should have sized down half a size though, but there's always ways to tighten your ring. There's like ring expander, little plastic things on Amazon you could buy. But here's a close-up of the ring. It's probably not going to focus properly, so I'm going to add some B-roll so you could see. And I love the way it turned out, and I'm just so happy with it. It was such a fun process. The entire thing took 2 hours, and it's hands down one of my favorite activities I've ever done. So I'm so happy I got to experience that with my sister and, you know, create some memories for us to remember. And she had so much fun as well. Her style, I don't have a picture of her ring on my phone, but her style is very much her, especially the colors she chose and everything, and she had a lot of fun, and it was just such a great experience to do. I feel like it's such a great like bridal party activity. If you're a couple, it's a great couples activity. If you're siblings, it's a great siblings activity, or even a best friend activity if you want to make like best friend rings. So I know I had a comment about what sort of ring I should have made as a suggestion, but by the time I got that message or read that message, I had already done the activity. But it's such a good idea, like half a heart each. Very cute. So I don't know, maybe we'll do like pendant necklaces next time of that. But I had such a blast. Alcir, congratulations on the shiny Bellsprout. And then we came home, we watched Hereditary, which was a lot of fun. It was her first time watching it, and she likes scary movies. So I was more than happy to rewatch it with her because it's been a couple years since I've last watched it. And man, the second watch through, like there's things hidden that I didn't notice, or emphasis on certain things that you don't notice the first time that plays such a huge role in the story. So it was nice seeing it a second time and realizing all those things. And then we went to bed pretty late. So we stayed up chatting until like 3 a.m., went to bed, woke up at 11. So we slept in a little bit because we were sleepy girls. We woke up at 11, got ready, and headed to brunch nearby. And it was a nice brunch session. We chit-chat a bit more, talked about our date the other day, and just overall for me getting a general feel of how she felt about the entire date, like whether or not she enjoyed it and everything. And she did. I'm always worried whether or not she's only hanging out with me because I keep asking to hang out, or whether or not she genuinely likes spending time, because she doesn't really express it unless I ask. And then, you know, if you're asking, sometimes your siblings don't want to hurt your feelings or say something mean, so of course they're going to tell you what you want to hear, right? So it's nice when she takes the initiative to tell me these things, because then I really know it's coming from the heart and it's what she wants to say. But I dropped her home after brunch, and then as I got home, she texted me and she was like, "Thank you so much for everything you did. I had such a fun time and I can't wait to do it again." And I was like, oh, she wants to do it again. She had so much fun. She wanted to do it again. And I was like, okay, when do you want to do it again? And she starts school in 2 weeks. So this coming up weekend is the last week that she can hang out before school starts. So we have a jam-packed day. She likes to thrift, so I'm looking at some thrifting places to take her. So we're going to do that. And she expressed an interest in throwing ceramics, or like throwing on the wheel and doing ceramics, which is great because, as you guys know, I also expressed the interest of doing that. So now I have a buddy to go with. Even better that it's my sister, so we could share this experience for the first time together. So I found a throwing class. So during our date, she mentioned that there was this one place I took her to last time where we ate, and she can't stop thinking about it. And it's this burger place. Well, they sell burgers. They're really known for their chicken burger. I love their salads and their green juice. Their green juice is my favorite here. They put like kale, ginger, cayenne. Lovely. I love the taste. But it's perfect because the throwing studio is near there. There's also a nice park so we can have a picnic. So Friday, I'm picking her up. We're grabbing lunch. We're going to the park. We're going to have a picnic. I'm going to lay down a picnic mat. We're going to look up at the sky, enjoy the clouds, enjoy the birds, enjoy people watching. And then we're probably going to walk around that neighborhood because there's a lot of cool things as well right before our throwing appointment, which is at 2 o'clock. It's a 2-hour session, so from 2 to 4 we're going to be throwing. And then after that, I don't know how tired we'll be, so maybe we will go back home and then cook dinner together or eat out. But we're going to have a 2-day sleepover this time. So she's sleeping over Friday. Saturday, we have plans as well. So I'm thinking of bringing her to another area of where we live because she's never been there, I realized. So we're going to be taking quite a walk, exploring the city a bit more, and maybe find some more thrifting places for her. And walk around, people watch, maybe grab some ice cream if the weather's nice. I hope the weather is nice this weekend. And then if we don't cook Friday night, then I'm planning that we cook together Saturday night, just because I feel like it'll be fun to cook together and show her a new recipe so she could make it at home if she ever wants to. And then she's sleeping over Saturday, and then Sunday I bring her home. So I think this week we will be watching another scary movie. We're going to watch Midsummer. I've already watched it a couple years ago. Fantastic. But it's been a while, so I'm excited to watch it again and just pick up on all the things I missed the first time. And also seeing her reaction to seeing it the first time is going to be a lot of fun too. So that's my day later this weekend. Today, however, I'm supposed to meet up with my best friend soon. So I'm going to see her at her place and then help her out cleaning up her classroom because it's almost back to school. So she has to prepare for that. And then our other best friend is going to meet us later. So it's going to be so much fun having the three of us hang out, gossip, laugh, eat, and just do all the girly things. So that's what my week is looking like so far. I'm also pretty busy on Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday I have one thing, which is my pole fitness class. So it's not like too busy. It's more of a me activity. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I will have free time to recharge my battery before Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I get to relax again. And then there's one more week. Next week is the final week of my time alone before my boyfriend comes back. And you know what? So far, I've been thriving. I've been so busy. I have a lot of activities, and I do miss him. And he's on the end of his trip. Not the end, but the second half of his trip now where he met up with his friends. So it's no longer a solo trip. And they're spending some boys' time together, probably going to have a lot of heart-to-hearts and bonding experiences and taking a lot of photos. And I can't wait to hear all of his stories of his travels. So that's going to be so much fun. Yeah, I've been doing very well. And I also filmed a Sunday reset video yesterday. So after I dropped off my sister, I was like, damn, I got a lot of chores to do. So I was like, why not record that? Because one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube are vlogs, Pokemon sleep stuff, and people's day in the lives or Sunday resets, because that kind of motivates me and inspires me to clean things that I might have not thought about. So I filmed a Sunday reset session for you guys. I hope you enjoy it and maybe inspires you guys to pick up a cleaning routine as well. So that was so much fun to edit. I tried to make it a little bit more polished in the way that I usually film and record things. So there's like B-roll, there's transitions, and I'm so excited for you guys to watch it. So definitely check that out later if you get the chance. And thank you guys so much for joining me on this Monday. I'm very excited. I feel like my cup is just so full of interactions with people that I love, and I'm seeing more people that I love, and it's just been such a great week. I see my therapist on Thursday, so I can't wait to talk to her about all these things, all these good things that are happening, and also a bit of like sister guilt that I felt as well on the weekend. I feel like sister guilt is so real, and it's not something I've really experienced until my little sister got to the age where we are able to have certain conversations. It's different from when she was a baby and like a toddler, and you don't really have like more adult one-on-one conversations with them because they're so much younger and need so much protection. But now that she's like pretty much an equal, like it's so different, the dynamic. And sometimes there's certain things that I do or say that I'm like, should I have done that? Was that too much? So I feel like so much sister guilt, or like, did I not do enough? So I got to get that off my chest and talk to my therapist about that. But I always tell myself, like, I'm not there to be a second mother. I'm there to be her sister, you know? So yeah, I feel like unless you're an older sibling, and we're 15 years apart, so unless you're an older sibling, like you don't understand the the sibling guilt or the sister guilt, especially being the oldest one in your family. I'm the oldest sibling. I'm the eldest sister. And being an Asian and an eldest sister, that has like layers of trauma growing up as well. But I'm all good now. So yeah, that was my weekend. That was the week that happened last week. Thank you guys so much for joining me in yet another video. I hope you enjoyed this. It is pretty lengthy, but stay tuned for the Sunday Reset, which will probably be uploaded before this. But as always, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful water week. What are your objectives this week, and where did you go? And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.